Hey everyone, it's a llama here. Today we're skipping the usual tourist spots. We're diving into hidden treasures that'll make you say, "Whoa, America, you got secrets." Get ready for the top 10 hidden gems in the USA. Buckle up and grab your travel journal. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more travel goodness. First up, we're heading deep into the heart of Texas to a town called Marfa. Population? Small? Quirky? Absolutely. A must-visit? 100%. Now you might be wondering, Marfa, what's so special about it? Well, let me tell you, this place has a mystical charm that's hard to describe. It's like stepping into another dimension, where art, nature, and good vibes collide. Think art installations rising from the desert floor, minimalist galleries showcasing cutting-edge work, and a vibe that's equal parts bohemian and otherworldly. Marfa is like that friend who doesn't need to shout to be heard, you know? They just have this quiet confidence, this magnetic pull that draws you in. But wait, there's more. Marfa is also known for a phenomenon that's both baffling and beautiful, the Marfa lights. Imagine this, you're driving into town at night, the desert stretching out before you, and then, boom, you see them, unexplained lights dancing on the horizon. Are they UFOs? Atmospheric anomalies? Honestly, no one knows for sure, and that's part of the magic. People have been trying to explain the Marfa lights for decades, but they remain a mystery, a testament to the fact that some things in life are just meant to be experienced, not understood. Alright, next up we're trading the desert heat for some cool lake breezes as we head north to the Apostle Islands in Wisconsin. Forget everything you think you know about Wisconsin, we're not talking cheeseheads and beer here. Okay, maybe a little bit of cheese, but the Apostle Islands are a different breed altogether. Picture this, 22 islands scattered across Lake Superior, each one more stunning than the last. We're talking pristine beaches, towering sandstone cliffs, and forests so green you'll think you've stepped into a fairy tale. And the water? Crystal clear, perfect for kayaking, paddleboarding, or just soaking in the views. It's like Mother Nature decided to create her own little archipelago right here in the Midwest. But the real showstoppers here are the sea caves. Formed over thousands of years by the relentless waves of Lake Superior, these caves are like something out of an adventure movie. Imagine paddling your kayak through narrow passages, sunlight filtering in through openings above, illuminating hidden grottos and arches. It's an experience that's both exhilarating and awe-inspiring. And the best part, the Apostle Islands are relatively undiscovered, so you can explore these natural wonders without battling crowds. So grab your life jacket, channel your inner explorer, and get ready to witness the raw beauty of the Apostle Islands. Trust me, this is one for the bucket list. Alright guys, buckle up because we're heading to Sedona, Arizona. This place is like nowhere else on Earth. Imagine giant red rock formations jutting out of the earth, glowing under the Arizona sun. It's like Mars, but with better hiking trails. And speaking of trails, Sedona has hundreds of them, winding through canyons, forests, and up to incredible viewpoints. We're talking jaw-dropping panoramas that'll make your Instagram followers weep with envy. But Sedona's not just about the views, it's also known for its vortexes, these swirling energy centers that some say have healing powers. I don't know about all that, but I will say the energy in Sedona is definitely different. You can feel it in the air, this sense of peace and tranquility. So whether you're a hiker, a nature lover, or just looking for a place to recharge your batteries, Sedona's got you covered. Trust me, this is one hidden gem you don't want to miss. Now let me give you a little local tip. If you want to experience Sedona like a true insider, skip the crowded tourist spots and head to the West Sedona area. You'll find these amazing art galleries, tucked-away cafes, and some of the best hiking trails in the region. Plus, the crowds are way smaller, so you can actually enjoy the peace and quiet. And if you're looking for a unique way to explore the Red Rocks, you gotta try a Pink Jeep tour. These guys know Sedona like the back of their hand, and they'll take you to all the best spots that most tourists never get to see. Seriously, it's an experience you won't forget. Just imagine yourself bouncing around in a bright pink Jeep, winding your hair, surrounded by these towering red rock formations. It's pure magic. Next up, we're heading east to Asheville, North Carolina, a city nestled in the heart of the Blue Ridge Mountains. This place is a haven for artists, musicians, and anyone who appreciates good food, good beer, and stunning natural beauty. Seriously, Asheville has it all. We're talking world-class hiking trails, waterfalls cascading down mountainsides, and these vibrant fall colors that'll blow your mind. It's like stepping into a Bob Ross painting, but with better breweries. And speaking of breweries, Asheville is a craft beer lover's paradise. They have over 30 breweries in the city alone, each with their own unique flavor and vibe. From hoppy IPAs to smooth stouts, there's a beer for every palate. But Asheville's not just about the beer and the mountains. It's also home to a thriving arts and music scene. You can catch a live show any night of the week, from bluegrass to indie rock, and everything in between. Now, if you're looking for a dose of history, you gotta check out the Biltmore Estate. This sprawling mansion, built by George Vanderbilt in the late 1800s, is the largest private home in America. We're talking 250 rooms, 65 fireplaces, and a freaking bowling alley. It's like something out of Downton Abbey, but in the middle of North Carolina. You can easily spend a whole day exploring the house, the gardens, and the winery. But here's a fun fact. Did you know that Asheville was also home to Thomas Wolfe, one of America's most celebrated authors? You can actually visit his childhood home, which has been turned into a museum. It's pretty cool to walk through his house, see where he wrote, and get a glimpse into the life of this literary legend. And that's Asheville for you. A perfect blend of history, nature, and good times. Alright folks, we're heading back to the Midwest, but this time we're going coastal. Get ready for Door County, Wisconsin, a hidden gem nestled on a peninsula jutting out into Lake Michigan. Now you might not think of Wisconsin as a beach destination, but Door County will surprise you. It's got over 300 miles of shoreline, dotted with charming towns, lighthouses, and these pristine beaches that rival the East Coast. People call it the Cape Cod of the Midwest, and for good reason. You've got that same laid-back vibe, that same connection to the water, and of course that same delicious seafood. We're talking fresh-caught fish, juicy cherries, and this local specialty called a fish boil that'll have you coming back for more. Trust me, it's a culinary experience you won't want to miss. Now, when it comes to visiting Door County, timing is everything. The summer months are definitely the most popular, and for good reason. The weather is perfect for swimming, sunbathing, and exploring the peninsula. But if you're looking for a more laid-back experience, I actually recommend visiting in the shoulder seasons, spring or fall. The crowds are smaller, the prices are lower, and the scenery is just as stunning. Imagine this: crisp autumn air, the leaves changing colors, and the smell of apple cider donuts wafting through the air. It's the perfect time to go for a hike, visit a local orchard, or just curl up by the fireplace with a good book. And if you're lucky enough to visit in the winter, you'll be treated to a winter wonderland. Think snow-covered forests, frozen waterfalls, and the chance to go ice fishing on the lake. It's a different side of Door County, but just as magical. Buckle up, we're heading to Taos, New Mexico, where Earth meets sky. Creativity runs wild here. It's a magnet for artists and adventurers. Stunning mountain views, adobe architecture, and an electric vibe. The vibrant colors make you feel like you've stepped back in time. Taos Ski Valley is a must-visit for skiing and snowboarding. There's also hiking, biking, and exploring Taos Pueblo. Taos is more than a destination, it's an experience. Connect with nature and let your soul breathe. Immerse yourself in art and culture. Taos is a blend of Native American, Spanish, and Anglo cultures. You can feel it in the art galleries, shops, and restaurants. Don't miss the green chile, it's life-changing. Festivals like the Taos Pueblo Powwow are a real treat. Wander the historic district and soak it all in. Taos stays with you long after you leave. Alright guys, we're about to take a trip back in time, no DeLorean required, Mackinac Island, Michigan, where cars are banned and life is set to island time. Get around by horse-drawn carriage, bicycle, or foot, no cars. What is this, the 1800s? It feels like it in the best way possible. Victorian architecture, colorful shops, and horse hooves on cobblestone streets. The sense of history permeates the air. Visit Fort Mackinac, a preserved 18th century fort, or the Grand Hotel, a Victorian resort. Wander around and soak it all in, grab some famous Mackinac Island fudge, rent a bike and explore the trails, or find a bench and watch the world go by. Mackinac Island isn't just about history and charm, it's also about the people. The locals are some of the friendliest you'll ever meet, and they're always happy to share their love of the island with visitors. And let's not forget about the food. I'm talking fresh-caught fish, hearty pasties, a local delicacy, and of course more fudge than you can shake a stick at. And if you're looking for a unique souvenir, Mackinac Island has got you covered. From hand-blown glass and local art to handcrafted jewelry and yes, even more fudge, you're sure to find the perfect memento of your trip. One of my favorite things to do on Mackinac Island is to rent a kayak or paddleboard and explore the crystal-clear waters of Lake Huron. You can paddle along the shoreline, check out the island from a different perspective, and maybe even spot some wildlife along the way. Mackinac Island is a place where you can truly disconnect from the hustle and bustle of everyday life and reconnect with what really matters. Good company, beautiful scenery, and a slower pace of life. Mackinac Island isn't just about history and charm, it's also about the people. The locals are some of the friendliest you'll ever meet, and they're always happy to share their love of the island with visitors. And let's not forget about the food. Fresh-caught fish, hearty pasties, and of course more fudge than you can shake a stick at. And if you're looking for a unique souvenir, Mackinac Island has got you covered. Hand-blown glass, local art, handcrafted jewelry, and yes, even more fudge. You're sure to find the perfect memento of your trip. One of my favorite things to do on Mackinac Island is to rent a kayak or paddleboard and explore the crystal-clear waters of Lake Huron. You can paddle along the shoreline, check out the island from a different perspective, and maybe even spot some wildlife along the way. Mackinac Island is a place where you can truly disconnect from the hustle and bustle of everyday life and reconnect with what really matters. Good company, beautiful scenery, and a slower pace of life. Get ready to have your mind blown because we're heading to White Sands National Park, New Mexico. A 275-square-mile expanse of glistening white sand dunes, sculpted by the wind into constantly shifting shapes and patterns. You can actually sled down these dunes. It's like sledding in slow motion or just find a quiet spot to soak up the surreal beauty of it all. White Sands National Park isn't just about the dunes, although they are pretty spectacular. It's also a haven for wildlife, with a surprising amount of plants and animals that have adapted to survive in this harsh environment. Keep an eye out for roadrunners, lizards, and even the occasional coyote, and if you're really lucky, you might catch a glimpse of the park's most elusive resident, the bleached earless lizard. These little guys are masters of camouflage, blending seamlessly into the white sand. One of the coolest things about White Sands is the way the light changes throughout the day. From the soft glow of sunrise to the fiery hues of sunset, the dunes take on a completely different character depending on the time of day. Trust me, White Sands National Park is a place that will stay with you long after you leave. It's a reminder of the raw power and beauty of nature and the incredible resilience of life, even in the most unexpected of places. Alright, we're heading to New York, but forget Times Square, forget the Empire State Building. This is something different. This is the Finger Lakes. Imagine this. Crystal clear lakes, rolling hills, vineyards stretching as far as the eye can see. It's like stepping into a postcard, only it's real, and it's waiting for you. First up, Watkins Glen State Park. This place is insane. You hike through this gorge carved by glaciers with waterfalls literally tumbling around you. It's like something out of Avatar or Jurassic Park, only you don't have to worry about dinosaurs. And the best part, you can swim in the plunge pools at the bottom of the falls. Talk about a way to cool off after a hike. It's nature's water park, no chlorine needed. Trust me, you haven't lived until you've taken a dip in one of these. Now let's talk wine. The Finger Lakes region is known for its wineries. We're talking award-winning Rieslings, delicious Cabernet Francs, all sorts of amazing wines. Spend a day hopping from vineyard to vineyard, trying different wines, soaking up the scenery. It's the perfect way to relax and unwind, and don't even get me started on the food. Farm-to-table restaurants serving up fresh, local ingredients. Think juicy steaks, just picked veggies and apple pie that'll make your grandma jealous. You can't go wrong with the food scene here. But here's the thing about the Finger Lakes. It's not just about the scenery, the wine, or the food. It's about the vibe. It's laid back, it's authentic. It's the kind of place where you can truly disconnect and recharge. So if you're looking for a hidden gem that's got it all, look no further than the Finger Lakes. It's the perfect blend of adventure, relaxation, and good times. Last but not least, we're cruising down the California coast to Big Sur. You know those iconic photos of the Pacific Coast Highway, the winding road hugging the cliffs, the turquoise water crashing below? That's Big Sur. This place is pure magic. Imagine driving with the windows down, the salty air in your hair, the sun on your face, and the most epic views you've ever seen. It's the kind of drive that makes you feel truly alive. Big Sur is all about connecting with nature. Hike through redwood forests that'll make you feel like you're in another world. Camp under the stars and listen to the waves crashing on the shore. It's the perfect escape from the hustle and bustle of everyday life. And if you're really looking for some peace and quiet, head to Esalen Institute. It's this legendary retreat center perched on the cliffs overlooking the ocean. They offer all sorts of workshops and classes on everything from yoga and meditation to writing and art. But even if you don't stay at Esalen, you can still soak in their famous hot springs. Imagine relaxing in a natural hot tub perched on a cliff, with the waves crashing below and the stars above. It's an experience you won't soon forget. Big Sur is more than just a place, it's a state of mind. It's about slowing down, disconnecting from the digital world, and reconnecting with yourself and nature. So, if you're looking for a life-changing adventure, a place to escape, a place to find yourself, Big Sur is calling your name. And there you have it, folks. My top 10 hidden gems in the USA. From the deserts of Arizona to the forests of Wisconsin, from the mountains of New Mexico to the coast of California, these places are just begging to be explored. So what are you waiting for? Pack your bags, grab your camera, and get out there. Adventure is calling. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel for more travel inspiration. Let me know in the comments which hidden gem you're most excited to visit. See you in the next adventure. Peace.